coming up on the Daily O. A new funding decision bringing relief to communities, at least for now.
And an Oklahoma principal is being hailed a hero. We'll tell you why. All this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Daily O. I'm Addison McBride.
And I'm Reagan Lee. We're glad you're with us. Oklahoma County Commissioners have decided to keep funding in place for the OSU Extension Service, at least for now. The board previously considered a 73% cut that would have impacted programs like 4-H, agriculture education, and community outreach. But after hearing from dozens of supporters, commissioners voted to maintain current funding. Supporters argue the programs provide critical services from youth development to food access in underserved areas. County leaders say the budget is still under strain, and officials warn more cuts could still be on the table as they work to balance future budgets.
A new video from the high school principal credited with stopping a potential school shooting after tackling a gunman on campus. Authorities say Pauls Valley High School principal Kirk Moore confronted a 20-year-old armed with 2 handguns who had entered the school and attempted to open fire. Police say the suspect tried to shoot students, but his gun malfunctioned, giving Moore time to charge and take him down. Moore was shot in the leg during the struggle, but managed to pin the suspect with help from an assistant principal until police arrived. Police say there is no doubt Moore's actions saved lives.
Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt has signed the state's $12.8 billion budget for the 2027 fiscal year into law. The spending plan is about $160 million higher than last year, with major investments in education, Medicaid, and infrastructure. Lawmakers included $192 million for education, including teacher pay raises, and $250 million for Medicaid services. The budget also sets aside $200 million for a new state savings fund aimed at offsetting future tax cuts. Republican leaders say growing revenues made the investments possible, while Democrats criticized the process, saying it lacked transparency and broader input.
Another woman is coming forward with allegations against an Oklahoma state lawmaker who recently ended his re-election campaign. State Representative John Waldron announced he will not seek re-election after admitting he used an AI tool to create a fake image of himself kissing a woman. Now, a second woman says Waldron made an unwanted physical advance towards her in a separate professional setting. Waldron has apologized for his actions and says he is seeking personal growth, while Democratic leaders have condemned his behavior and called for accountability.
Oklahoma County leaders are now facing questions after $14 million were discovered missing from the county's budget records. Officials say the $14 million was not included in the fiscal year 2026 budget, but it's still unclear how the money was left out or why it was not previously accounted for. Residents are now calling for answers, with some demanding a forensic audit into county finances and jail spending. County leaders say they will discuss the error as well as how to prevent similar issues in the future. The budget board is also expected to consider how the funds could be used, including possible allocation towards a new jail project.
Oklahoma narcotics agents say a large marijuana grow in Lincoln County has been shut down during an ongoing investigation. The OBN served a search warrant at a cannabis grow in Meeker. Agents say they seized about 8,300 marijuana plants and more than 100 pounds of processed marijuana. Arrests are still pending as the investigation continues. OBN says its statewide enforcement teams are continuing to target illegal grows and black market operations across Oklahoma.
We had a bit of a break from the rain today, but what can we expect tonight? Let's check in with Bridget Nye in the Weather Center for our evening forecast. Bridget.
Thanks, Reagan. That's right, Cowboys. Today we had a break from that rain with our temperature coming in at 86 and our real feel just above at 87. Our wind speeds were at 14 miles per hour from the southwest with no rain in sight. But watch out for that radar to find out more. That's it for me. Back to you two at the desk.
Thanks, Bridget. When we return, Thunder fans are gearing up for a hunt.
And the Cowboys paint the Capitol orange. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi. Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
OKC Thunder fans are getting a citywide playoff scavenger hunt with prizes hidden across the metro. 15 Oklahoma City districts are taking part in a Thunder-themed scavenger hunt ahead of the NBA playoffs. Each area will hide a capsule containing Thunder swag, including shirts, sunglasses, and collector items. Clues will be posted on social media to help fans track down the hidden locations. Meanwhile, the Thunder are preparing for their first round series against the number 8 seed, with the full schedule set to begin April 19th.
Hundreds of OSU students, alumni, and supporters wore orange at the Capitol for the annual Capitol Cowboys Day. The event brought approximately 110 current students and dozens of alumni to the state capitol to meet with lawmakers and advocate for OSU in higher education. A pep rally was held inside the Capitol featuring Pistol Pete, the OSU Spirit Squad, and the OSU Pep Band, along with university leaders and state officials. Organizers say the event helps strengthen relationships between the university and state lawmakers while promoting investment in OSU programs and facilities.
Well, it's that time again to check in with Marcella Gonzalez, who's here to give us a look around what's happening on campus. Marcella, what do you got for us?
Hey Cowboys, here's what's coming up on campus. This Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m., head to Gallagher-Iba Arena for Spring Sing, a high-energy singing competition featuring fraternity and sorority performances as part of Spring Sing Parents Weekend. Then on Tuesday, starting at 5 p.m., make your way to the Edmund Lowe Library lawn for stargazing on the plaza, a relaxing night under the stars that's free and open to all students. And on Thursday, from 6 to 8 p.m., stop by the Student Union Plaza for succulent planting. Decorate your own pot, plant a succulent, and enter to win some fun prizes. It's going to be a great weekend on campus, and we'll see you there.
All right, Marcella, it looks like we can expect some rain this weekend, so let's check back in with Bridget for what we should watch out for. Bridget.
That's right, Cowboys. We are going to see some rain this weekend, most likely tomorrow. Tonight, we can see that we're going to have cloud coverage throughout our state, including here a little bit in Stillwater. But tomorrow is when things are going to get interesting. We can see that there's a large storm that's starting in OKC that's pushing up to Stillwater and then continuing on to Bartlesville. Saturday morning, we will see that by Saturday morning, we will see that the storm has pushed on past, and there is some cloud coverage and storms in southeastern Oklahoma. What to look out for? We're going to have rain showers tomorrow, but they're not going to stick around for too long. After that, we're going to have partly cloudy skies, and after that, we're going to see some high wind speeds at the beginning of next week. That's it for me. Back to you two at the desk.
We'll be on the lookout, Bridget. When we return, peace has finally hit the Middle East. We have what has been agreed on.
And a heated hearing between government officials. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far, and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
Israel and Lebanon have agreed to a temporary ceasefire as fighting continues between Israel and Hezbollah. President Trump announced on Truth Social that Israel and Lebanon have agreed to begin a 10-day ceasefire. Trump says the Lebanese president and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are taking part in the deal and that the U.S. officials will help push negotiations towards a lasting peace. Lebanon's Prime Minister welcomed the announcement, calling it a key step towards ending the conflict. The announcement comes amid ongoing strikes in Lebanon and escalating tensions linked to the wider regional conflict.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is facing lawmakers on Capitol Hill, defending his agency's policies and budget. Kennedy told Congress his department is focused on combating chronic disease and reforming federal health programs. He highlighted drug price negotiation and other initiatives while defending a proposed $16 billion budget cut to HHS. Democrats questioned him on rising measles cases and vaccine policy, while Republicans focused on spending and fraud. Kennedy says he supports restructuring HHS into a new agency as part of his overall plan.
In shocking headlines, former Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax and his wife have been found dead in an apparent murder-suicide. Police say Fairfax shot and killed his wife inside their home before turning the gun on himself. Their teenage children were in the home at the time, and one called 911 just after midnight. Authorities say the shootings appear linked to a contentious divorce and a recent court deadline. Fairfax served as Virginia's lieutenant governor from 2018 to 2022 and had previously faced sexual assault allegations, which he denied.
Rotavirus cases are rising across parts of the U.S., raising concerns among doctors about falling childhood vaccination rates. Doctors say the virus, which causes severe vomiting and diarrhea in infants and young children, is showing higher levels in wastewater data and hospital cases. Health experts warn that some children are becoming seriously ill and needing hospitalization for dehydration because there is no specific treatment other than supportive care. Physicians say rotavirus once caused hundreds of thousands of hospital visits before vaccines reduced cases in the U.S. Now, with vaccination rates declining, doctors are warning the virus could become more common again.
A federal jury in New York has found Live Nation and Ticketmaster illegally maintained monopoly power in the concert ticketing market. The jury sided with a group of states and the Justice Department, which argued the companies engaged in anti-competitive practices that hurt consumers, artists, and venues. Prosecutors say the company's dominance led to higher ticket fees and fewer options for ticketing and touring. Live Nation denies wrongdoing and says it will challenge the verdict. State officials are calling the decision a major victory for consumers, saying it could lead to lower prices and bigger changes in the live events industry.
It was a bedlam for the history books. Mason Humphrey is in the Sports Corner with how it played out right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O. Come on in and sit on down because you are in the Sports Corner. I'm Mason Humphrey. Let's talk sports. Bedlam is defined as extreme uproar and chaos. And oh baby, last night's game lived up to that hype. Down goes number one. Down goes Goliath. Cowgirls take down the Sooners 6-4 in a Bedlam matchup for the ages. 2 words, Ruby Malin. Malin throws a complete game on 133 pitches, striking out 9 and only allowing 2 earned runs. And the Bats showed some life on the big stage as well. Tia Warsop with a 2-hit, 2 RBI day, and Carly Godwin with an absolute tank in the third. Over 7,800 fans were in Oklahoma City, the softball capital of the world, to witness Oklahoma State take down a number 1 ranked team for the first time since 2022. And not only that, but this was the 4th win for the Cowgirls under coach Kenny Gajewski, where they took down the number 1 ranked team in the country. For Kenny G, this win just proves what's possible for his Cowgirls for the rest of the season.
I told our team, just really proud of them for the way that they fought through this. There was a lot of punches thrown on both sides, and I think the sign of growth for our program is being able to respond to those punches. And it's been hard for us against them. I've been here 11 years, and I've taken my lumps, I've taken my punches, and it feels good. I'm very, very excited for these guys. These guys have just put the work in. They continue to just focus on them and what we're about, the Cowgirl way, and to watch them go out there and not play our best game. But when you get a pitching performance like we got here tonight against an offense like that, it's exciting stuff.
So back-to-back days, back-to-back Bedlam upset wins for the baseball and softball teams. And as we're on the back half of the season, what do these wins mean for these teams going forward? Let's go around the diamond to Preston P-Town Hudlow. Preston?
Yeah, thanks for It was a pretty roller coaster week for both Diamond teams, but let's get right into it. Starting with baseball, that series against K-State, I'm going to be honest, it was a disaster. You get crushed in Game 1, 3-11, and then Game 2, you choke a 5-run lead to lose 9-13. You get 4 in the 7th and 5 in the 8th. That's not good. And then you win a shootout in Game 3 in 13 innings, 12-10. The bats were hot, but I know I sound like a broken record, but it's all about the pitching. It has been a disaster. It's not good. You see this series and you think it's not going to get better, but then they go to Tulsa and they get a bedlam win over OU, 7-3. OU is ranked number 11. And for this game, Campbell Smithwick was 3 for 4 with a pair of home runs. And like I said, we needed some of these pitchers to come out of the bullpen and really step up. And Brendan Phillips, he's kind of struggled this season, but he did step up. He got 4 strikeouts and only 2 hits, so pretty good for him. And now they have a home series against Kansas. They're currently 15-3 at home, Friday and Saturday at 6, and then Sunday at 1. And over softball, they got a good series win against Iowa State. They had Game 1, 8-3, bats were hot in that one. And then they got crushed in Game 2, 0-12 in 5 innings, not great. But then they bounced back and get a 9-2 win in Game 3. And like you said, Humph, you already talked about it, getting a win over number 1 ranked OU in Bedlam rivalry, just a phenomenal game. Puts OSU in a very good position. And this next series is at home against Arizona with Friday at 6, Saturday at 2, and then Sunday at 11 a.m. That's all I have from Around the Diamond. Back to you.
All right, P-Town. Cowgirl Equestrian is set for their national championships down in Florida. It's the NCEA National Championships. Cowgirls coming off their 6th straight Big 12 title and are looking to take their winning ways to the national level. OSU is currently underway against the 3-seeded Georgia Bulldogs. If the Pokes pull it out, they'll advance to the semis for the 6th time in 7 years. A championship win this weekend would be the 2nd in 5 years and 6th overall in program history. Well, that's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't touch that mouse. We were just talking about horses in Florida, but what about a horse project in Spain? Addison and Reagan have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
About fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
One rideshare app is making its way to the course. Kennedy Coyle has that and more in your A-List update. Kennedy?
That's right, Reagan. With the Masters wrapping up, Uber has announced its new feature called Uber Golf. Uber Golf can be used to reserve a ride to and from the course up to 90 days in advance. This option allows rides for 2 to 4 people with extra room for their golf clubs. Some controversy has backlashed online, with many people stating that this is just another cash grab and is unnecessary.
Uber says this feature is a great way to offer golfers a convenient and reliable way to hit the course. The company is also partnering with Topgolf, giving Uber One members 20% off at any Topgolf location. That's all for me. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kennedy. A rewilding project in Spain is reporting early success after reintroducing Przewalski's horses into a woodland near Madrid. Conservationists say the last wild horse species on Earth were released into the Iberian Highlands 3 years ago to help restore natural land management processes. Since their reintroduction, 10 foals have been born, suggesting the population is adapting to the region's scrubby, dry forest conditions. The horses, originally from Mongolia and China, are the only surviving horse species that has never been domesticated. Rewilding groups say the animals help shape the landscape by controlling vegetation, which could reduce wildfire risk and support other species like bison and deer.
Addison, you just studied abroad in Spain, right? Or am I making that up?
No, Reagan.
Okay.
That's right. And get this, I wrote a story for SMSC's travel magazine about the horses in Spain.
That's so cool. Such
Isn't
a
it?
crazy coincidence.
Mhm.
Today we celebrate one of the largest and most diverse plant families in the world. It's National Orchid Day. The day highlights orchids, a family with tens of thousands of species found across the globe, known for their colorful and often fragrant blooms. Orchids range from tiny species just a few millimeters wide to large, showy blooms that can dominate a plant's entire structure. While some orchids are difficult to grow, many are popular houseplants and are prized for their unique beauty and variety. Fans are encouraged to celebrate by sharing photos using the hashtag National Orchid Day.
Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Bridget has our 7-day forecast. Bridget?
Thanks, Addison. Hey there, Cowboys. Let's check out that forecast. As we could see, we had those sunny skies today, but as we continue on into the weekend, we're going to see some thunderstorms and then some casual rain on Saturday for Mom's Day. As we go through our week, we're going to see sunny skies with 72 degrees and partly cloudy skies coming in the middle of the week. So guys, did you hear about that Bedlam win last night? That's pretty crazy.
It is crazy. Always a good time for a Bedlam win. And while you were doing your weather, Bridget, I heard some clapping over here. Mason,
you
what's...
might be wondering what that is.
Yeah, I am.
In order to celebrate 4 double Bedlam winning. Check that out. Got the cleats on in the studio. A little bit of gum with some turf on it. That's how you know these
So
babies
they're
are
used.
game worn. Yeah, these are used. But in all seriousness, I mean, you gotta give credit to the Cowgirls. Ruby Malin going out there, 133 pitches.
Crazy.
My arm would be off of my body. But tonight we got softball. Right after this, intramural.
Are you ready?
It's
Like-
not the competitive bracket, but if I can be anything like Ruby Malin, we're gonna be in good hands.
Are those? I noticed some shorts underneath.
Yeah, I'm dressed out fully under this.
You're
Or-
ready.
I don't think we have that kind of time, but
Maybe
yeah,
not.
yeah. I don't know what that would do for ratings either. So yeah,
burn them up.
but ready to go compete, ready to go win.
Well,
Okay.
we wish you luck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Best
thanks,
of luck.
guys.
Best of luck
Appreciate
to you,
it.
Mason.
Shout out Bedlam. Shout out Ruby Malin.
Shout out. Well, that is a look at our headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. The Daily O, I'm Reagan Lee.
And I'm Addison McBride. Have a great night, everyone.
Wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it. The hopes hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. I see the future of Divine Water as